Hey guys, what's up? It's just Connor here. I hope you're having an amazing day as per usual. Now, in today's video, I wanted to talk about my industry predictions for the high ticket sales industry heading into 2024. At the time of recording this, it is October 2023, and over the past 4 to 5 plus years, actually selling full time in this industry, and we're moving towards about 100 students inside the RSA program since we started this back in April. I have some insights and I have some key information that I have observed and analyzed from being in the market, from being in the industry for so long, compared to majority of the industry that you probably watch on YouTube, right? So stick to the end because I've got some very, very important things to share with you to not only how you need to know these things, you need to have these skills to not only survive, but thrive in the new coming evolution of this industry. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive in. My industry prediction as far as like where this industry is moving is, of course, the online education industry and coaching industry is growing, right? It's getting better, there's better systems, there's better people, and we're slowly moving towards, as I can see it, a level of market sophistication to where people are becoming more smarter, right? People now no longer fall for scams. They no longer fall for people who have faulty systems, and they no longer fall for people that have bad products, bad service delivery, and bad fulfillment, right? It's just something that I've seen. There is a slow rise to the top, for example, someone like myself and a lot of my peers that I'm, close friends with in the online space who all teach multiple variety of things, is that there's a very steep incline towards people that are actually real, authentic, experienced, and actually good at what they do and can deliver on what they say they can do, right? And so there is a huge thing, not just for high ticket salespeople and how that's relevant to you, but how these companies and these business owners are culled and a lot of people are exited out of the market, and the people that rise to the top is very important for you to understand. Because if you understand where these people are going to land, you understand where these people are going to be, well, this is prime time for you to land the right opportunities. So you must be aware that there is a huge culling that's happening at the moment for people that are in the industry that don't provide people results, that turn and burn, that do these cash flow businesses and then change their offer 1 week to 1 week here and then 1 week the next, right? This is no longer an effective strategy, and people are not forgetting, right? Reputation is extremely important in the education and information industry. Hence why I have grown the RSA to the pace that I have liked to, because I want to make sure that everybody's taken care of and everybody gets the help and the support that they need from someone who is experienced. And I've seen that very evidently, considering that we've grown just so fast through the YouTube channel and through word of mouth, right? So this is a very important thing to observe, is that a lot of high ticket coaches, there will be more, but it's going to become more of a quality game rather than a quantity. Because a lot of the quantity of people will be booted out of the market. They will not have the results that they speak of and they talk about, and this will reflect in their marketing, their testimonials, their case studies, and this is obviously going to impact you as a salesperson. So you really need to make sure and look out to have the right skills to cull these businesses, which I'm going to talk about here in a second. But what I'm seeing is, again, there is a wave of inauthentic business owners, people who turn and burn businesses and get no client results, getting booted out of the industry, and reputation is becoming more increasingly important. People now see through the Lambos. They see through the flashy trips, the flashy lifestyle. Yes, some people are still sold on it, but in my theory, a couple months, a year, 2 years from now, there needs to be new marketing strategies that are used that aren't incorporating these strategies. And more specifically, the reason why it's so important is you need to be looking for people that are not utilizing those marketing strategies as their primary way of acquisition of customers, right? It's going to become more and more and more important, which it should have been in the first place, but too many people got away with this for too long, that client success is going to be at the forefront rather than marketing, right? I've observed these businesses, and this is the reason why this is relevant, guys, is because you are working with these companies. You are selling for these people. what I've seen and observed is that majority of companies and coaching businesses prioritize their marketing over client results. I've done it the other way around, and it's very, very evident of that. The results that we're getting in the RSA are like nothing I've ever seen. Guys are achieving what took me a year and a half to achieve in a matter of days, weeks, and a month, 2 months even, right? It is absolutely ridiculous. I've never seen as fast as a speed to result that I have inside the RSA, and I genuinely do mean that. Go look at the testimonials on my Instagram page. We're almost at 200 testimonials individually in 5-6 months. I have never seen anything like that in my industry. Then there's a reason I've done it in that way, right? So that's the first thing to observe. Make sure that you understand the business owner and the type of caliber business owner that you are working with, right? That leads into my next point, all right? You're going to, as well as there's going to be a culling of business owners that don't provide their clients and their students results, there's also going to be a culling and a, not execution, but an elimination of a huge mass of the market when it comes to high ticket closing. And it's going to become harder and harder and harder, not really, if you have the right strategies, right? It's going to become harder and harder and harder according to these marketers. They're not going to tell you that, but they're going to tell you that once you get in, right? That it's going to be much harder than it actually is sought out to be, and you aren't going to achieve the dream as quickly or even at all that you actually sold by these marketers, right? So how do you avoid this mass culling, and how do you ensure that you will be successful with this career in this industry in the back end of 2023 and heading into 2024 and onwards? The way that I see it is, if you do not have these 3 skills and you are taught them the right way, you will not be successful in this industry and have a long-term career at all, right? I can guarantee you that, right? That is one thing I can guarantee you. I can't guarantee placement, but I can guarantee that you will not be successful if you are missing these 3 skills. Let's talk about them, right? Number 1, networking. We talk about this all the time, and we know it is obviously one of the much more effective strategies compared to what the marketers probably teach you or probably more often talk about. No longer is it effective to walk into Facebook groups, messaging business owners directly. It is not any effective to do that any longer. We need to change our process. If you have not got relationships in this industry, if you do not have a strategy to continuously nurture, grow, and expand your network in this industry, I guarantee you will not be successful, right? If you do not have a good strategy, you are planning to fail, right? So you need to make sure that you have very high level advanced networking skills, you have a strategy, you have a structure, and you have clarity around what you need to do to be successful in your sales career heading into 2024 and onwards, right? If you do not have a clear networking strategy, you need to get one, right? We do this and we talk about this in the RSA all the time, and we are all over it, and we have some of, if not the best, training on this topic in the industry. In fact, we're one of the only people that actually talk about it in my industry, because, surprise, surprise, I've actually done this for years upon years upon years, and I actually know what I'm talking about. And I've actually had a career in this and continue still to sell to this day, and I have more insider knowledge than you could probably ever imagine, right? First skill. Second skill is going to be advanced interviewing skills. Yes, it's important to generate those interviews, but if you cannot interview better than all the other people, the other candidates for the role, well, then you're not going to have a higher chance of success, right? So you need to be able to over-prepare for your interviews. You need to be able to learn how to research in the right ways, with the right tools and the right strategies. If you are going in blind and you are using some shitty video that is how to interview, is how to dress smart, wear a collared top and dress well and be well kept and shaven and show up on time, you will fail, right? That interviewing process is outdated. Yes, these are the most foundational principles. You can find them on YouTube, for Christ's sake, right? You need to have high-level interviewing skills that not only are going to help you as a beginner, but are also going to help you when you have more experience. You can leverage yourself into high-paid roles and scale your income from 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50K plus per month if that is what you wish to do. You need to have advanced interviewing skills, and if you do not have them, This is basically like saying that you're going to be successful without knowing sales skills, right? Your interview is your chance to close. If you cannot close the opportunity in the first place, well, you're going to struggle, right? And so what will happen is with the mass culling, right? If you can't represent yourself, if you can't sell yourself, you don't have the right structure to do so, well, then you will struggle, obviously, right? But many people don't really understand this, right? It's like the bull run with crypto, right? One of my friends, Daniel, who's very, very good at crypto, has been talking about when that's going to come. And it's as it's coming right now, and as it's increasing, he's been talking about this for 6 months. I've been talking about this for months upon months upon months. And if you do not listen to me, I guarantee you, you will not be successful. If you don't have the strategies, if you don't have the skills, if you don't have the right methods, you will not win in this industry. I guarantee you that, right? So make sure you pay attention to my videos, or potentially consider look at joining the RSA, right? This is the only way that you will be successful if you have these 3 skills, and I can guarantee you, you're not going to find them really anywhere else, or barely anyone talks about it from what I've seen, okay? So you need to have the right skills, interviewing skills. Now, the last one is offer screening skills, right? This is one of the most important ones, right? You might think, well, isn't like getting an interview and selling yourself for an interview one of the most important? No, it's not. Because what will happen is if you don't have the right offer screening skills, you don't ask the right questions, you don't know what to look for, you can potentially take an offer that's going to waste your time, energy, money, but not just those 3 things, it's going to have opportunity cost. If you pick an offer and you go wrong with it for a couple weeks, a month, 2 months, 3 months, a year, you are not only wasting time, money and energy, blended of both, you're wasting opportunity cost. Every single month that goes by that you do not land your right offer, your right dream opportunity, you are losing 4 figures, 5 figures, multiple 5 figures a month, 6 figures a year, or potentially multiple 6 figures a year. As the industry grows, as, for example, the evaluation of the education business or the coaching industry is getting to 175 billion in 2030, right? It's increasingly growing year on year rapidly. There is going to be more business owners, more coaches than ever, and you need to have the right skills to properly vet, cull, and understand whether or not this offer is going to be a good opportunity for you and your career. If it's not, well, you need to know how to get rid of those opportunities, and you need to know how to decide that fast when you're on an offer. You need to know what type of questions you need to ask. You need to ask the right questions in the interview. You need to put in the effort, because I can guarantee you, I have been in your position or many struggling salespeople's positions before, where I thought that it was the skills that pay the bills. And it absolutely is, but you need to understand that your opportunity to get to 10K a month is the most important thing. Sales as a skill is just a multiplier. The better you get, the more money you make. But if you're not an opportunity to take advantage of that, well, it doesn't fucking matter, right? You need to understand this. This is critical, absolutely critical. If you do not get that, you'll waste endless money spending money on sales training, wasting time, money, energy, all that type of stuff, which is not what I want for you, my friends. So make sure that you actually heed my warning and actually listen to what I'm saying, right? Cool, guys. So these are my industry predictions heading into 2024 based off what I've seen of years of experience, 50K spent on sales training, hundreds of reps trained, right? Been in the industry for such a long time now, where I am one of the few that is educated enough and experienced enough to talk on this topic, because very few are, okay? So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Hopefully you got something out of it. Hopefully you got some insights. And yeah, guys, if you want to beat the culling of the herd in 2024, you guys know what to do. Link down in bio. Send me a message on Instagram. Let's get you all the right skills so that you can not only survive, but also thrive in this industry, in this career, heading into 2024 and moving forwards, okay? So have an amazing day, have an amazing week, and I'll speak to you in the next video.